My Lords, I wanted to briefly support particularly Amendment 130 in the name of the Noble Lord Scriven. I actually have been concerned, as we've discussed this bill, that costs are likely to spiral. I'm not objecting to that, but it does seem to me it's the elephant in the room, and unless we know, the bill will become a white elephant, because actually people will just say we can't afford to do it. So I think it is far better to have the transparency, as has been argued. Secondly, I particularly wanted to oppose Amendment 153. I actually do not think that we should remove or rather prohibit the idea of any for-profit entities being involved in this endeavour. I think for a number of reasons. The suggestion is that if we remove the profit motive, all will be well. So a word of caution. Not-for-profit organisations are not necessarily the most efficient, virtuous organisations as we might imagine. I think if you look at what's happened in the charitable sector, there are some worrying trends, in fact, of a rather self-indulgent money spent on staffing, on all manner of extraneous and sometimes politicised endeavours. We know that we've seen the emergence of EDI, equality, diversity and inclusion policies, which the Health Minister himself, Wes Streeting, has worried about happening in the state sector. We've seen that absolutely become rampant in the charitable and not-for-profit sector. And I want us to concentrate on those people who this bill is designed to help, and not, therefore, have our own political idea that is only the state can deliver well. I just don't believe that's true. And the example of that is that, having done work in prisons over a period of time that also relates to this bill, I've worked in both private and state-run prisons. And let me tell you, some private prisons are awful, and some state-run prisons are worse. In other words, I want to work, and by the way, I've worked in some brilliant state-run prisons and some brilliant private-run prisons. And what I think we should do is judge on the basis of the quality of the care or the service they provide, not some prior presumption that because they make profit, they might be useless or somehow evil or not attending to the core mission.